With the transfer portal for the spring ending at midnight last night, uh, a player we was all concerned about, talked about, that might have hit the portal, didn't hit the portal, and that's Jovantae Barnes. We're going to discuss all of that and more on this episode of Sooner Legends Podcast. Well, welcome to this episode of Sooner Legends Podcast. I am your host, Mike the Legend, and if you don't mind, if you're new to the channel, hop down there and hit that red subscriber button, turn on your post notification bells. That way you won't miss anything that I will be dropping on Oklahoma Sooner related subjects. Can I get you to give me a like? And also hop down in the comments. It's little things like that helps push the algorithm of YouTube. And for small content creators such as myself, it means the world. And also, I love talking to y'all in the chats. So, with the spring portal ending last night at midnight, the concern out in Sooner Nation was, would Jovantae Barnes hit the transfer portal because we didn't see him in a spring game? Well, the spring portal has come and gone, and there was no Jovantae Barnes. So I can only speculate why we didn't see him. My speculation is they wanted to give a look at these younger uh, talents like Caleb Hicks and X Rob, and see if Gavin Sawchuk's over that hammy injury from last year. So that's my speculation. You can take it for what it's worth, which ain't worth a cup of coffee. But that's just my opinion. But if you look at Javante, he came to us out of Desert Pines High School out of Las Vegas, Nevada. He was a 4-star recruit, one of a big time recruit for DeMarco Murray, and he came in with that class with Gavin Sawchuk. And we saw flashes of him in the 22 season. He had 116 carries for 519 yards, and he averaged 4.5 yards per carry for 5 tutties, 5 receptions for 26 yards, averaging 5.2 yards. His longest reception was 13 yards, and his longest run was 31 yards. Sorry. And for 2023, he had 37 carries for 140 yards. He averaged 3.8 yards per carry, 5 receptions for 23 yards, and his longest run was 17 yards, and his longest reception was 11 yards. Now, if y'all remember, in the 2023 season, he was plagued with injuries, so we didn't see a lot of him. And when we seen him, it wasn't that productive. He always had his head down, going through his specified gap. Uh, you could you could almost tell that injury had gotten his head a little bit. And I'm still trying to figure out, for the love of Pete, why Jeff Levy in the Bedlam game last year called a direct snap with Jabonte when he hadn't been playing that much. That one still mind boggles. I'm still mind boggled over it. But back to the point. I With this talented running back group that we have for the 2024 season, one has to wonder, where will Javante fall in that pecking order? Because we have Gavin Sawchuk, Caleb Hicks, Marcus Major, Jay from Unfair Sports favorite, Emeka Megwa. We got X Rob, and the shining star of that group of last year's uh, recruiting class, Taylor Tatum, who's a 5-star coming in, and you can't count out Dalen Smothers. So I'm wondering where Jovantae is going to fall in this pecking group, because this is this is a loaded, talented, deep running back room. We got about like our wide receivers room, but I'm going to go on record. Y'all can keep the receipt, and if I'm wrong at the end of the season, I'll own it. But I think Jovantae is going to be the dark horse of that group. He saw very. Now listen to me, guys. Listen to me. He saw very little playing time, and now that he's healthy, he's he's doing the proverbial gut check within his soul to try to get back in that main rotation. And I think it's going to make him work harder, practice harder, and and try to get back to that Jovantae Barnes that we seen in 2022, especially the Jovantae Barnes that we seen in the Cheez-It Bowl against Florida State. And I'm one of them. That's when we got to really see Gavin and Jovantae together in the backfield. And let me tell you something. It gave us a lot of hope that there was going to be a 1-2 punch finally in that running back group in the backfield going forward into the 2023 season. But like I said, Jovantae was injured. I think it was a toe injury, and he had another injury. And so we seen very little action. He did have a 1-yard touchdown against OSU last year, but that's beside the point. I'm hoping that this is his proverbial gut check, and we'll put him back in the mix. Now, where we see him on the field this coming up year, the jury is still out as far as where we'll see him. Will we see him in a goal line situation? Will we see him on a 3rd and short to pick up a crucial first down? Will we see him in a wildcat package? Will we see him in what I call gadget plays, which is about like a wildcat? But the jury is still out. But like I said, I've always had a dark horse ever since I've been watching OU. And Jovantae, as far as the running back room is concerned, he's my dark horse. And if I'm wrong about this, you guys can go ahead and keep the receipts. Y'all can, at the end of the season, if he's a bust, y'all can, hey, legend, you was wrong. I'll own it. I sure will. But y'all hop down in the comments. Tell me what y'all think about Jovantae staying. Are you happy? Are you not? Where do you think Jovantae will end up in the pecking order as far as the running backs room is concerned? Hop down. Hop down in there and tell me. And until we see each other again, this is the legend. Take care of yourself. Be nice to everybody. Don't say nothing you won't take back because you'll live to regret it. This is the legend. We'll see you on the backside. God bless and boomer sooner.